those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning. 56 degrees. It's going to be a pretty nice day. 76 the expected high today. 72 the expected high tomorrow. Friday things start to cool off a little bit. 60 degrees the expected high on Friday, with lows Friday night around 36. And then Saturday, the day of the Christmas parade, 66 degrees is the high, 46 is the low for Saturday night. So it'll be cool, but not cold. I guess it's enough to justify a sweater or something of the sort. And if you're in the parade, I always feel sorry for the girls in the parade, Rob, because usually they've got their legs exposed, right? What is there a secret to that though? Do you wear like
they wear pantyhose,
skin colored? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so most of them will, because the outfits are so short. You don't want to,
right?
Have something not right happen. No, you wear pantyhose or tights or something like that.
Galen Unold is on the phone. His son is in the parade.
Yes, he is.
Because they won the game that we...
Kristen.
I don't want to say we helped out. We were just there.
Yeah.
We were there with Galen. Galen did
it was fun.
The play-by-play. It was fun. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good. Are you in the parade? Oh, no, you're going to help. You're going to help us, right?
No. I don't think I am, no.
Oh, I thought you were
I'm going to be at the Blood Center hosting a tailgate party for all the Steelers fans.
Right.
That's going to be such fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. We had a gentleman outside the window earlier. We got a little sports story to tell you. And I
heard about Roberto Clemente.
Yeah. Yeah, Robin went out to talk to the man and came back in. He said, I said, what did he need? And she said, he wants a guest to come on the air. I said, who? She said, Roberto Clemente.
He said he's coming to town.
Maybe he'll get his 3,000 tip then. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a phone number. And this is not a joke. The phone number in the book, handwritten in the book, has a 352 area code, and the contact person is named Jesus. I swear to you, yes. I'm not making this up.
All right.
It's right there.
All right.
All handwritten.
He died in a plane crash in 72?
I looked it up, yeah. The last day of 72, yeah. But
yeah, something like that, yeah.
But here's the coincidence. I mean, that's a coincidence enough, I guess. But anyway, my topic with you today is about gut feelings. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because you, at the game the other day, a couple of times you mentioned... you use your instinct, you use your gut feeling. There was a couple of times you used phrases like that. Mm-hmm. So I look at this. The man handed Robin a book, and the book is open to this page about Roberto Clemente. And the last paragraph about him says, on New Year's Eve, despite his family's concern about weather and the plane's safety, he and 4 others boarded a small DC-7 with supplies from Managua. Shortly after takeoff, the plane crashed into the ocean. All on board were killed. So they had a gut feeling that he shouldn't get on the plane, and he did. And of course, that's the rest is history. But I have some interesting gut feeling stories to share with you, and I wondered if you had some of your own you could share, or listeners if you have any.
All right.
So yeah. Well, I'll do that after we get the blood, because I want to do that. I don't want to have too much of, because I don't ever get to my topic sometimes. So, but I want to get to the topic today. So, how is the blood supply? Let's do that first.
Again, we're right at a 2-day blood supply. We're in critical need of everything. So we just need people to get out there, give to life, donate blood. Pick 35 minutes over the next week or so and just give blood if you're eligible. We really need you. This is the time of the year where we are desperate. So please just help out the community and give to life, donate blood.
Yeah, hopefully that message is getting out there. And I know it is. You know it is. In your gut, you know it is, right? Your gut feeling is that this works, right?
I just hope it's enough. That's my hope every year, is we have, especially through this, all the way through about January 10th or so. I just hope we have enough.
Wow. Yeah.
That's the key. So.
All right, so the gut feeling that I had yesterday, Robin and I played here at the mall. We played music, Christmas songs, and then so it was dark when we left, and I was tired, and I knew I needed to get deodorant, and I was gonna go to Walmart, and I said, nah, I got some deodorant. I don't like it, but I'll use what I don't like. So I was going to go to, and then I changed my mind. So I've changed my mind, but I find myself in the left turn lane, like heading to Walmart. It's like, oh my gosh, I must be on autopilot because I didn't really want to turn left. All right, so I turn left. Now it's dark. I go down the road, and there's a white pickup truck that is stalled with this parking lights on, very dim, and cars are going around him. And I'm thinking, oh my God, somebody's going to crash into this guy. So I park in the parking lot at Walmart, get out of my car, bring a flashlight, thanks to Jim George, and I basically say to the people who were all elderly, there was at least 3 in there, I couldn't see if there was more than one in the back seat, I'm going to help you push the car off the road, but we got to push backwards. There's no way we're going to push it forward far enough. So going back, the problem with backwards was it was up the little incline there at the exit of Walmart, and a heavy truck. I'm thinking this is not going to be easy. The old lady gets down. She says, "I'm going to help you push." And I'm thinking, okay. So Galen, we're pushing the truck, and it was like nothing. It was like pushing a wagon. It was like, holy cow. This thing going, yeah. So I thought, well, God is working with me here. And we pushed the truck, and they were now in a safe place. I said, do you have help coming? And they said, yes. I said, okay, well, and they said, thank you. You're the only one who stopped. I said, well, if somebody stopped before me, then I wouldn't have stopped. You wouldn't have needed me. But anyways, so there was a gut feeling involved there. Now, I did resist it, and God decided to put me there anyway. But I just thought, isn't that interesting? So I looked some gut feeling stories up, but here's one I want to tell you about. This guy wrote, the day of the Boston Marathon bombings, he was in the Boston Marathon. I was about 30 feet from the first explosion under the British flag, and I thought about moving down the sidewalk toward where the first explosion would take place no more than 10 minutes later, but my gut told me to stay where I was. Wow. If he had moved, he would have been dead or injured.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
All right.
That is crazy.
Here's another one. This is a long one. I'm gonna shorten it up. This is a guy who's an EMT. He volunteers as an EMT just outside of New York City, and they answered a call for a guy with a facial wound, and the driveway went to the backyard. So they drove the ambulance into the backyard, and in the shadows they could see a guy sitting there, and his gut told him to put on the floodlights.
Oh.
He put on the floodlights, and they saw 5 to 7 men with tire irons and baseball bats standing in what used to be pitch dark. Dark. They couldn't see him.
Oh my God!
They put the ambulance in reverse and got out of there. They called the police. The police came by and arrested the guys and whatever they did. But they were they told police they were going to jump them, steal the narcotics out of the ambulance, and then steal the ambulance.
Oh my God! Oh my God! They could have all been murdered.
Yeah, I know.
Oh jeez.
I know. Here's another one.
Oh, that is awful.
Last summer, I had gotten out of the shower, climbed out of bed, had this overwhelming feeling that I should deadbolt the door. So I got up and I walked the length of my house, locked the door. By the time I had gotten back to the bedroom and turned off the lights, someone was at the door trying to kick it in. I called 911 and had a 3-minute response time. The guy got away by running into the field behind my house. He disappeared. The police told me they suspected it was the same guy who had broken into other homes in the area and raped an elderly woman just a day earlier.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Wow.
Oh wow!
Isn't that
Not
crazy?
good at all.
That is.
But it's a gut feeling, you know? So how many times have you ignored a gut feeling like I was trying to do yesterday? Here's somebody who remembers when he was 8 years old. He was playing in a sandbox in his backyard where there was a lot of trees. He says, I wasn't really thirsty, but all of a sudden I had this urge to get a Capri Sun. So he gets up to get the Capri Sun, and the tree falls right on the sandbox.
Oh my gosh! Oh wow!
Isn't that something?
Wow!
Jeez, on the sandbox.
Fell right on the
How old was
sandbox.
the kid?
8. He was 8 years old.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow!
Let's see. Here's another one. Okay, here's one. When I was 10 years old, I was traveling with my grandparents, and I don't remember what state we were in, but we stopped at an ice cream parlor and sat down to eat it. We had barely started eating when I got a funny feeling, and I told them repeatedly that I wanted to leave. I got so upset, and I started crying. I guess they thought I was just tired and throwing a fit, so we left and continued to our hotel for the night. A couple of hours to get to the hotel. The next morning, My grandfather turned on the TV and he said, "Remember that ice cream parlor? It is gone. A tornado leveled it."
Oh my. Oh my. Oh gosh, these are so chilling stories.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Crazy, isn't it?
Do you know, I remember, I have a similar story this reminds me of. I was camping with Alex. We were heading somewhere. I don't remember where we were. And I was, camping requires you have to set up a tent. And so sometimes it's hard. When you're tired, it's like, you know what? Motel 6 looks a lot better than a hotel, than a campground. So I said, well, let's just go one more exit to a Motel 6. We'll just skip camping for tonight. So we were in a Motel 6. Next morning, similar to this story, I looked on the news. The exit we would have stopped at had something flooded.
Oh gee.
There was pictures of people.
Wow.
There was pictures of people at a campground. I assume it was the one we were going to.
Yeah. You would have been all flooded.
Yeah, I don't think we would have been killed, but we would have been wet.
Yeah, everything would have been ruined. Gosh.
Wow.
Anyway,
Amazing.
see if I have one more here. Here's one. About 9 years ago, my engine died while I was driving on the Florida Turnpike. I was waiting for AAA when an older man with more nostrils than teeth pulled up in a dumpy, unmarked pickup truck offering to help. I got that funny feeling that I was in danger. Yeah, more nostrils than teeth, I guess
Yeah,
so.
sure.
What does that mean, more nostrils than teeth? The picture...
Clearing your nostrils, I guess.
I don't know what that...
Yeah.
He told me through the closed window that AAA was not coming because he was sent instead. He told me to pop the hood, which I did, and I redialed AAA to confirm. I was still going through prompts on the phone when he came back to my window and told me there was blue stuff all over the engine. Come out and take a look. I said that I appreciated the help, but I'm on the phone with AAA, and they're sending someone else out to take care, and have a good day, please. All the while, my hands are trembling, and I'm close to pooping my pants. He said.
Yeah, because the other guy could have had a gun.
He lingered a while before driving off. When I was finally connected to someone at AAA, they told me my tow truck had not been canceled, and that they would be there soon. When AAA got me, two things happened. The driver said, "Oh, you're hot," when I stepped out of the car. I don't know if that means, leading me to think that I might be in danger again. I looked at the engine, and there was nothing blue anywhere.
Mm-hmm. My God.
Well, you're hot.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
Was that a
I wonder if
woman?
she means she's physically hot rather than
Right.
not the engine being hot.
Right.
Morning, Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a woman driver then.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
like it.
so he might have raped her or something.
Right,
Like that.
right,
Oh
right.
my God.
Right. I'm telling you, you ladies, you trust. It was a couple of stories I didn't print about women who just had a gut feeling that somebody following them was following them. Mm-hmm. There's enough nuts out there. All it takes is one.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Self-preservation. Oh, the stories are chilling.
We will take a little break. Galen's important message that donating blood is a way to save lives is what the good do. The good people donate
Yes,
blood.
That's right.
The bad people lurk in corners and try to steal narcotics from ambulances.
And harm people and kill people and
That's right.
rape people.
But good people donate blood. So if you are those good people, thank you for doing that. And as good as we may be, and we've talked about this before, we're not perfect. And, we often put things off. For example, last night, when I saw this car in trouble, I almost said, somebody else to take care of him. I almost did that,
Yeah.
to be honest. But I didn't. I said, let me go do it. I'm going to feel guilty if I don't do
That
something.
was a gut feeling. You had to go
That's
down
exactly
there.
right.
So you weren't in danger.
Anyway, so if you're thinking about donating blood and you say, somebody else will do it, don't do that. Just
No.
It takes a half hour. It's actually a pleasurable experience. You get to meet nice people. There's usually a TV on. They usually give you some nice cool juice to drink,
Yeah.
and
You get to chat with other people you normally wouldn't chat with.
And
that's important.
again,
Connection.
as important as that message is, it's not possible without sponsors. And we have two great ones, Penn Flooring and Palm Garden. Go to Penn Flooring and see how you can remodel your home from the floor up. And they have a showroom so you can see for yourself what they have at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay-Williams Bridge. And Palm Garden of Ocala, Health and Rehabilitation Center. We're going to be there later on
we are.
playing Christmas songs.
Yep.
They have a program for every need. If you need rehabilitation on the short term, they've got it. If you need therapy for maybe you've got Parkinson's or some kind of a need for therapy in that regard, I'm horrible at this, but they can take care of you. If you need somebody needs long-term skilled nursing care, they've got it, or just respite. The caregiver needs help sometimes. A little break.
Exactly.
Take a tour. You'll find out for yourself why we love Palm Garden, and they are at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They've got a beautiful little Christmas message for you coming up. So we'll take a little break and be right back with Galen. And if you have any gut feeling stories, I would love to hear them. Maybe Galen and Robin have some. We'll take that break right now and be right back. This is WOCA.
Hi, we at Dairy Queen want to give you something fun for Christmas, a poem called The Christmas Bug. Along came a spider, and the bulldog beside her gave out a heck of a wail, so the girl, she jumped on top of a stump and proceeded to let out a yell. Spitus the spider had sat down beside her, but that didn't run her away, because she was real tough and made of good stuff and ready to stomp him all day. Spitus the spider was happy and jolly that day, and all he wanted was another ride on the one-horse open sleigh. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
I'm Jennifer, the Executive Director of Palm Garden, and I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
I'm Mary Ann, the Director of Clinical Services, and my staff and I will ensure that the needs of all our residents are met.
I'm Sue, the Director of Guest Services, and I will be fluffing pillows for our new guests staying with us over the holidays.
I'm Crystal, also from Palm Garden, and I hope each of you have a blessed Christmas as we celebrate the Savior's birth.
Merry Christmas from Palm Garden!
When you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, you won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at automaxocala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
All right, 22 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Galen Unold is on the phone, and Robin says we have another caller coming in on the other line, so we'll take that call also. We're talking about gut feelings, and I think the other caller has a gut feeling story. Is that right, Robin?
Yes.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, hello. Just responding. I've had several, but this one I think overrides mine that I've had. I was in during Vietnam era. I was in the 82nd Airborne at Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and it was just me. I was became a Christian at the time, and I used to talk to, some of the soldiers that came back from Vietnam. I fortunately didn't have to go there, but I was willing and able to go if they called me to. But anyway, this one young man, I used to show Christian films, and I would discuss things afterwards and so forth. And it was just me, him, and another one on a Saturday night. Nobody had any money. And he said, "Just a minute." He says, "Let me show you something." So he goes to his room and comes back, and he shows me this medal, and it's a bronze star. I said, where did you get that? He says, well, he says, I was in my hooch, he says, in Vietnam, and it was about 3 o'clock in the morning or so, and he says, I got this feeling, he says, we're going to be overrun. And this was in the artillery where they, if you get overrun, you're in very bad trouble, so to speak. And he says, he wakes everybody up, get up, we're going to be overrun. And they set out, they have sentries out, and they said, go back to sleep, you're dreaming, he said, no, he said, he manned his 50 caliber, he said, no. And a couple minutes later, they were going to be overrun, and he saved the whole, platoon there, or squad, and he got a medal. But he's very unassuming, just very quiet, and I think it affected him his whole life.
Wow. That's a premonition. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure that a lot of our soldiers have tremendous stories about things like that they never share with too many people.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
Wow, that's absolute chill.
Wow, it's an interesting topic. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody probably has something. When you start thinking about it, you'll remember one or two or more of it.
Yeah.
Did you have any when you were in the service, Galen?
No, I mean, I was never in that level of combat. So, and I was always on my ship, so I always felt safe on the ship.
By the way, Hugh had asked me to ask you a question earlier. He was looking at a special last night regarding the invasion of Pearl Harbor, and the news, the TV piece, the documentary mentioned how many? What do you say? 23 sets of brothers, something like that. 20 whatever the number was. Brothers died. Yeah. Because they were serving on the same ship, and he wanted me to ask you: does the Navy still allow brothers to serve on the same ship?
No, they not that I've ever heard of. I think they stopped that after World War II. So, and actually during World War II. So, and you can't serve in the same unit or anything like that. You can't go to the same boot camp unless that's the only one they have, like the Marines.
And that makes sense.
And then even then, you're not in the same company.
Oh, okay.
And the reason is you're going to put your brother before the unit. That makes sense?
Right, that makes sense, yeah. Good morning, you're on the air.
Good morning. My husband is out doing some yard work, cutting trees and what have you. Recently, we had a tree in our backyard split and just hung against another tree. So yesterday, he was back there working, and he looked at that tree. He said, I think I better get out from under this thing. And he moved, and in just a little bit, that limb fell right where he was standing. So, it still happens.
Wow, gut instinct.
A lot.
For a one-day-old story. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just yesterday.
Wow. Well,
right.
Thank God he's okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, you never know how many times we have these little gut feelings, just like to change lanes or to whatever. Just things that maybe prevent us from getting into a mess.
Yeah, but when you have a group of people like the gentleman that called in about his, the Vietnam experience, and then you had that one of the little child. I mean, how can you, if it's yourself, you would have no problem, but you have to, your mission is to convince everybody else around you there will be some harm coming. And it's just amazing how people can convince other people to do that. That's just amazing. Wow.
Let me see. Gosh, we got a lot of phone calls coming in. Let me see if I can squeeze in at least one more. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning. I had a gut feeling one time there was a storm coming. It was visiting a friend of mine in the wooded area, and I had left my minivan underneath his trees. So I told him, I better go out and move it because a tree's going to hit it. Sure enough, I pulled it out, I go and turn it in, drive it, and I said, well, it looks like it's facing over here. As soon as I thought that branch fell right on top of the van, or on top of the hood, on top of the roof. Minor damage, but still, regardless, it was my gut feeling, but I did it the opposite way. If I would have left it where it was originally, nothing would have happened to the van.
Oh, no, it's the opposite. Oh, my gosh.
It was just the opposite, yeah. So my gut feeling told me to go move it, went out, move it, and it was...
Oh, my gosh. But you never know. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, guys.
That's scary.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just to bring it back to what Galen does, and the very first time I ever donated blood, there was a child who needed blood. She had cancer. I remember the story. It's almost 20 years ago now, I guess. Yeah, it must be. But that was a gut feeling in a way, that I don't know if it really relates the same way these other stories do. But Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is actually closed to the public, so I would just encourage everybody to head to our donor center right there at 1207 East Silver Springs Boulevard. So please just get out there and 1607, and just get out there, give the Gift of Life, to donate blood. We're right across the street from the Cascades. So please just give the Gift of Life, donate blood.
All right. Thank you for what you do, Galen, and have a good day.
All right, you guys are the best. Bye, y'all.
Thank you. We will be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Time Magazine just out with the Person of the Year, and we've learned it is President-elect Donald Trump. Last night in North Carolina on his thank you tour, Mr. Trump called for unity, also introducing his choice to lead our military.
Mr. Trump called General James Mattis one of the most effective generals in many decades at the rally in Fayetteville, a city with a large military population. The president-elect also promised to build up the military and
defeat the forces of terrorism, and we're going to defeat it strongly and quickly.
Sources say Mr. Trump has offered the job of ambassador to China to Iowa Governor Terry Branstad.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland. A hearing this morning over the election recount in Michigan and whether it should continue. And officials looking into whether the deadly warehouse fire in Oakland, California was caused by a refrigerator or other appliance. 36 people confirmed dead. Fox News, we report, you decide.
This is the sound of a brand new outdoor grill being hurled off a 20-story building. Now a stylish glass coffee table. An electric guitar. These are the things you could enjoy, all cast into oblivion. Because when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have bought with it. Visit EnergySavers.gov and get tips on how to save energy and money. Then do things like switch to Energy Star light bulbs or Energy Star appliances, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. So this doesn't happen to the recliner you've had your eye on, or this to the treadmill on your wish list, or this to the shiny new bike you're